First things first, we've done communications with parents and families about what they expect from our campus.
Because I need you here.
And then you get information from them in order to determine your next steps. So those are your planners. I was pushed to the ground my first week at school by a parent who was upset about car rider duty or car rider lane. And instead of calling the authority, I told the gentleman, let's go to my office, conference room actually, and let's have a conversation. So we had a conversation. Come to find out, he was in a fraternity that my husband is in, and we had a conversation about the fraternity and the values, and ended up being a person who now comes to volunteer at our school. I want him here. This is a community school.
You have to have patience, and you have to be a risk taker. You have to be innovative, and that's one thing that Ms. Haskins definitely pushes. And the greatest thing is she does it by building relationships.
Amiga starts with A. Awesome. High five.
I make it a point to show love towards my students, so it's very important to me that I win their trust. I can look at a student as they enter the classroom and know whether or not they're not feeling quite as well as they would normally feel. I always pull that person to the side, and he or she and I talk. Those are the students that I walk out to the car in particular to make sure that I communicate with the parents.
And everything is done in a pretty much calm voice. It's like, hey, listen, you have the right to be upset. Those emotions are yours. Now let's talk about how we're going to solve the issue. So tell me what the issue is. What would you like me to know? And that typically starts the discussion, and it actually calms them down.
And they've told me things like, my parents had a big fight.
If you have an idea of what's going on with that child, then you can circumvent some of the things that's taking place here at school.
The principals or the system principals' perspective of how to address a child's behavior changes because of the relationship that they've had, or because the child has written a statement to explain what has happened. And from that statement, because the administrator or whoever is dealing with the behavior is aware of the child's background, the decision is a lot different. And so one of the things we've done at Madding is we've asked teachers and administrators prior to a child being sent home or even being suspended, you should visit their home. What are you sending them home to? And what are you sending them home to do? And then we also have a group of students that from 8 until 8:30, they go to a character ed class. They talk about good choices, bad choices. It shuts down some of the negative behavior.
You being able to accept people's apology and show that you can move on, that's the big step.
Hey, babe, you know what you got.
Over half of our scholars participate in extracurricular activities, and the STEP team is composed of our opportunity students.
They're the ones who frequently have been labeled as fall through the cracks, or our problem students. When you take that same child and you say, hey, not only are you a student, you're a scholar athlete, you're an opportunity student, and let me show you what you can do.
So if I were speaking to other principals and they ask, what is one thing that I can do to turn around a campus, I would definitely tell them to look in the mirror, look within, look for those areas that you need support in, and ask for the help, for the coaching, for the modeling. Second most important thing is to bring everyone in on the expectation and the vision.
We're one team, we share one goal, and our goal is student success. We've grown the school climate and the culture. We've grown together as a unit.
I believe in the community. I believe in what's going on here. My child is here. I believe in it that much. You know, I know of no other place I would rather have her be.
So the best part about Madding definitely would be it's not just a focus on student academics. It's more than that. It's focusing on individuals and people and who you are. You know that you're going to save someone's life.